Why is employee turnover so high at brands like Chipotle where they're constantly losing employees? So this is an interesting time because Chipotle's been in the news because they brought in consultants, guys. And first of all, they had a couple of questions for the consultants. They wanted them to interview the employees and get a read as to why they were constantly losing people and also why employees were not using the employee benefits. So what they found, and this should not have been a surprise, especially after Brian Niccol, the former CEO, did a lot of damage to the company and then went off to Starbucks, which now he's ruining over there, is that, first of all, at that price point, at the minimum wage price point, if you make $1 or $1.50 more at the restaurant next door, you're going to jump over and go. So first of all, the wages are too low. And before you say, well, this is fast food work, In-N-Out pays people $20 to $25 an hour and has virtually no turnover. And they only hire people part-time to start, 4-hour shifts. So how do they keep all their people and Chipotle loses all their people? Well, it's because you're not paying them enough that the person that's right next door isn't going to just jump for a little bit more money. Because where your folks, people my age, if they're going to make $5,000 more somewhere else, after taxes, it's not going to shake out to anything. We're going to leave one job to go to another. But if you're making $15 an hour and the place next to you is making $17.50, you're going to go to the place next to you if you can get hired over there. It's a big difference to your life, to your paycheck. It's huge. So when you look at that, if they would just pay more, they would have less turnover, which would mean that they don't have to pay more in turnover. Pay to post job ads, interview people, train people, get people up to speed just to have them leave again. It's not a hard cycle to figure out. So when you bring consultants in and you ask them, why do the employees leave? That should be very evident. Also, the brand has not been good. Now, you've got a new CEO who was the COO before, now that Brian Niccol's left, and the new COO is going back to the proper model for Chipotle, which is load people up with food, which completely makes sense. Good on you. Get back to why the brand was successful at first. I'm willing to give Chipotle another chance because I love it because of that. But you had Brian Niccol and the media people from Chipotle on TV for a year arguing with reporters and customers saying that the portions hadn't been smaller, where all over social media, the company's own employees and managers were making videos like, yeah, they told us we have to get only a spoonful, tap it so the extra falls off the spoon. They've been the edict from corporate is give people smaller portions. And you'd order a burrito online, it'd be the size of your palm. And you're like, Chipotle used to be a huge portion. What is this? And then they were just saying, no, the portions aren't smaller and the prices haven't gone up that substantially and the prices tripled in a few years. So when you have corporate on TV lying to people and they can clearly see the difference, it just erodes all trust in the brand. So I'm willing